What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're booming Ferrothorn, Charizard, and Shadow Alolan Marowak, the GOAT. And we are running it with Fire Spin and Fire Blast, which people do not suspect, it's always the fun boom factor. And then Charizard as well. I have been very impressed with the Wing Attack update for it, and this team pairs very well with Ferrothorn. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these battles, and let's go and get right into it. All right, getting into the first battle here. We have Ferrothorn on the lead versus Medicham. A tough lead right here, so we're going to go ahead and swap out into the Alolan Marowak and start getting ahead on energy. Now, they do bring in a Bastiodon. This is the goal of the Shadow Alolan Marowak safe swap, is you draw out that hardest counter to the Charizard, whether that's maybe Galarian Stunfisk, Swampert, Bastiodon, and you have that Fire Blast in this case for the Bastiodon, which works out perfectly. Now, they decided to go for the charge move, which obviously is very good for us because that means they don't farm us down, which allows the Ferrothorn now to get a little bit more wiggle room and load up on energy. Yes, the Flamethrower here from Bastiodon is going to hurt. I wouldn't have shielded it anyways because it is a Bastiodon, but now allows me to overload on energy and go for this Power Whip, which is going to be doing neutral damage and should be enough to take out the Bastiodon. Cool. Bastiodon goes down. Medicham's going to come in. We're going to come in with Charizard, and uh-oh, there's a Tropius in the back. So Charizard now core breaks the Medicham and the Tropius. Because we got Bastiodon out of the way with Alolan Marowak, which is the whole point of this team, we now can sweep with Charizard. It is a beautiful thing. Charizard is going to sweep so many games because that Wing Attack, Dragon Claw, and Blast Burn is just so good. And we can just go straight Dragon Claw right here. I don't really need to go for Blast Burn in order to take it out because Wing Attack is already doing super effective damage. So we get off another Dragon Claw, and the only thing left is going to be that Medicham. And remember, there is still energy on Ferrothorn as well. We're almost at a second Power Whip. So I'm going to go ahead and shield the charge move right here. It is going to be Power Up Punch, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw now. This is likely going to get a shield, and if I do get a shield here, I'm going straight Blast Burn. Why? They may suspect that this is a back-to-back Dragon Claw, but Wing Attack energy gain is too good. Oh, yes, it is. Boom! One-shots it right there. Good battle. All right, moving to the next one. We have Ferrothorn on the lead versus Gliscor. Shadow Gliscor at that, which can do very well against the Alolan Marowak, but thankfully, we're only taking neutral damage right here from all the moves. Wing Attack, Night Slash, and Earthquake. So we're just going to go ahead and go for these Power Whips to get some shield pressure down, which we do. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and no-shield these charge moves as well. If this is an Earthquake, so be it. I'll come in with Charizard. But we're just going to go ahead and let this go, and it is just going to be a Night Slash, which is beautiful, and that wasn't enough damage where this back-to-back Night Slash here is not going to be enough to take us out. You guys saw how much damage that first Night Slash did? The second one now is not going to take us out. We're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip. If we get 2 shields, woo! We are going to be sweeping today. No, they decided to let it go, so I'm going to go ahead and swap into Alolan Marowak now to get ahead on energy. Unfortunately, because they have Wing Attack as well, they can get to Night Slash very quickly. Now, we do see a Shadow Lapras come in. So this is a situation where I'm going to go ahead and give up a shield here on the Surf and look to go for back-to-back Shadow Bones. Yes, I could go for Fire Blast here, but the Shadow Bone is going to do so much neutral damage that I might just be able to farm down with one more Fire Spin. And, oh no, I have to go for the back-to-back because Lapras would get the next Surf off, so I want to try to get a shield from my opponent, which I do. This is now going to give Charizard the wiggle room that it needs to potentially sweep. So we will see that Surf come in. Boom, down goes the GOAT. Now remember, we have Ferrothorn in the back for a sack swap. Let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be a Walrein. Okay, so Switch Clock might not be up just yet because they did swap out into Lapras, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Blast Burn right away, and then we're going to look to catch the on the Ferrothorn, but they decide not to throw, which is fine. Gliscor is going to come in and farm down, but it's not going to have enough energy, which means we can farm down, and now Charizard has the Dragon Claw ready to go to take out the Walrein. So that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Charizard once again coming in. The energy gain from Wing Attack is so good. It is on par with Vine Whip and Powder Snow, if you guys were wondering. Now we do have a Noctowl here on the lead, and this is a tough one. Noctowl obviously can do somewhat well against Ferrothorn, but thankfully we do have Thunder, which is going to be essential. If you guys are running Ferrothorn in this setup, you want the Thunder, so you can do that neutral damage to stuff like Altaria, or super effective to Noctowl. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Thunder here. We get a shield. I'm like, okay. So maybe they are weak in the back, but my guess, we get to another Thunder, which is beautiful. My guess is whatever's in the back might not like the charge moves from my back line. So what I want to try to do is just let this go through, and I'm going to look to come in with Shadow Alolan Marowak and farm down with Fire Spin. Now I swap out because we have 1 HP right there, which means I can use it as a sack swap later on in this game. And with Fire Spin, even though Noctowl is a terrible matchup for Alolan Marowak, Fire Spin does so much damage, and they bring in a Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to go ahead and build up to the Fire Blast, and I didn't go for it. Always go for the Fire Blast, everyone. No one suspects it. I go for the Shadow Bone, and they no shield. I could have just boomed him out of the game right there. So now, this is a tough situation. I'm going to go ahead and shield the Rock Slide. I'm going to look to get to another Shadow Bone here. We're going to try to throw it, see if we can get a shield, and now it's going to be up to Charizard. Had I just gone straight for Fire Blast, I think this would have been game over. We get that final shield. Switch Clock is not back up yet. It's going to be coming up after this Rock Slide, but the Goat is going to go down. So now, since they threw the Rock Slide on 5, we're going to go ahead and count those Mud Shots right here. We're going to come in with Charizard. We're going to load up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap. We catch it. Oh, beautiful. This is exactly what Ferrothorn is used for in these types of situations. And now, Charizard, please tell me you can sweep. No, it's a Pelipper in the back. We're going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. This does do a lot of neutral damage, but my hope is that I can get a Dragon Claw and a Blast Burn off. One more fast move away. And this Weather Ball now coming from the Pelipper, it's going to hurt. Unfortunately, boom, down goes Charizard. So that's going to be a good game. So tough one right there. That was a good ABA line that they had, the formation. All right, so we got Trevenant now on the lead. Another tough lead, so we're going to swap out right away into Alolan Marowak, and they decide to come in with a Lantern. So this is actually a really good situation for us because Spark isn't going to be able to really farm us down. I mean, granted, they could try to, but I'm going to be able to get to 2 Shadow Bones in time, which is going to force a shield from them. And then Ferrothorn can come in and load up on energy. So that is going to be my play right here. We get a defense drop as well. Can they farm us down in time? No, they cannot. Now, if this was Water Gun Lantern, obviously we would have been gone a long time ago. But thankfully, it's only Spark, which means we get ourselves shield advantage. So we also freed up Charizard, right? Lantern's on the field. Ferrothorn is now going to come in. And I am hard farming down with this, with the fast moves right here because we resist everything. Thunderbolt, Surf, it doesn't matter. I do not care about the health on Ferrothorn. I care about having a lot of energy to try to force a shield potentially, or just swap out into Charizard right away, which is going to be my play here. Now they decide to swap into Umbreon, and oh, that's a tough one. So they had 2 answers in the back. I'm surprised they didn't come in with Umbreon into Alolan Marowak, but that is okay. We're going to go ahead and go for Power Whips. So this is actually going to be a very tough game. Charizard still has 2 shields, but we're going to have to see what we can do. We're going to go ahead and let this charge move go through, and then we're going to be swapping out into Charizard now and loading up on energy. Once again, Ferrothorn with 1 HP and a Dream to be our sack swap. Here comes the charge moves. Now, Trevenant doesn't have any energy. I think it has 1 Shadow Claw, maybe 2. And we're going to go ahead and stop that foul play. We're going to load up. We're going to go for a Dragon, or keep loading up. I know they're going to be dumping their energy right here. But what's important is to try my best to keep track of the Umbreon energy. And I think they are 3. Oh, it should be. It's 2 right there. I didn't see that one. So I thought when I was battling that they're 3 away from the next foul play, which is why you guys are going to see. We go to the Dragon Claw there. Here comes the Trevenant. We're going to go ahead and go for another Dragon Claw. We have so much energy right here that I got to go for the bait. And if we get that bait, perfect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go for the Blast Burn now. This is going to be one-shotting the Trevenant. And remember what I said earlier. I think Umbreon needs 3 Snarls. It's actually 2. Boom! Down goes Trevenant. So 1 Snarl, 2 Snarl. and I stayed in. I could have sack swapped. Had I seen that Snarl go through before, I would have known 3, but unfortunately the Umbreon takes it, and that is going to be a good battle. A lot of back and forth right there. I'm kind of kicking myself because if I knew it was 2, I would have sack swapped the Ferrothorn. All right, we got Swampert on the lead. Really, really positive lead for us right here. We are an absolute wall, and they swap into Tentacruel as well. So we're going to go ahead and stay in. Now we're going to be going for Power Whips here. It's going to be neutral. I know Thunder does super effective, but what I want to do is try my best to come out of this matchup with some energy. So by going for the Power Whip, I'll be able to overload a bit and then go for another Power Whip here instead of, well, I guess the Thunder might have been able to farm down, but they decided to go for the Scald. We're going to go ahead and go for this Power Whip right away, try to see if we can get a shield from them. I'm maintaining switch advantage as well. And nope, they decided to let it go. Okay, I wasn't suspecting that. I thought they were going to shield. So I should have overloaded on energy a little bit. But we do see a Skarmory come in, so we're going to go ahead and swap into a Alolan Marowak right here because we will likely see the Swampert come in. Now I'm going to go ahead and go for a Shadow Bone, and this is the tough situation. I don't necessarily need a Alolan Marowak to stay alive. What I need to do is get a shield right there, and I'm going to go ahead and let this go. This is... it's going to be a Brave Bird. Oh, boom! Down goes the Alolan Marowak. So now I have 2-to-1 shields. They're low on defenses. Charizard with Wing Attack and Dragon Claw can put in work against Swampert. I just want to let you guys know that. But what we're actually going to do is go for Blast Burn here. This is resisted. I know it's resisted, but it still does a lot of damage. And as you guys can see, we are looking very good. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be double shielding the Charizard, stopping all Hydro Cannon. Switch Clock is back up. But what I need to do is load back up to Blast Burn, because what's likely going to happen here at the end game is I'm going to have a CMP tie versus the Skarmory. So we double shield the Hydro Cannon, build up to Blast Burn, swap out into Ferrothorn, and farm down. This is where I said it's going to be that CMP tie, because now we can throw the Thunder here. If Skarmory shields this, they're going to load up on energy for double Sky attacks. And if they don't, well, we one-shot them. Boom! So had Skarmory built up 2 Sky attacks, right, taking us out, it would have been CMP tie, Charizard versus Skarmory. I think Charizard wins that. So, good game. All right, we got Galarian Stunfisk here on the lead. Sorry. I'm pretty happy with this lead right here because we only take neutral damage. And obviously, Charizard and Alolan Marowak don't necessarily want to come into a Galarian Stunfisk with shields and energy. So we got to stay in right here. We're going to go ahead and let the charge moves go through as well. And it is going to be the Earthquake, which does do a decent amount of damage. Now they swap into Pelipper, so an even tougher situation. I should have built up to Thunder. Always don't do what I just did. Always build up to the harder hitting charge move, but we get a shield anyways, but it's just good practice. So they decide to throw the Weather Ball right here, which I'm actually going to be okay with. And now we're going to have to... it's a tough one. Do I come in with the Alolan Marowak? Do I come in with Charizard? I think I got to come in with the Goat. Why? Fire Spin or Shadow Bone does a lot of neutral damage, and I think if I get hit with a Weather Ball, I can survive it a bit better than the Charizard. But Fire Spins as well. As you guys can see, this is a lot, and Shadow Bone here now is going to do a lot of neutral damage, where if they let this go, I might just be able to farm down while double shielding. They decided to shield. Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. Here comes the next charge move. Are we going to shield? Nope, I decided to let it go, and we can survive. Just like I said before, now we swap into Charizard. What we're looking to do here, and I know Charizard gets one-shot by these Weather Balls, so we're going to go ahead and shield this one. What we're looking to do is save a Alolan Marowak for a sack swap later on. So now this is going to be a race between Charizard and Galarian Stunfisk, and we win those races. Why? Because Wing Attack energy is so nice now. Boom! Down goes the Galarian Stunfisk. In comes a Knockdown. Uh-oh. We got to go for another Blast Burn right here. This is going to be a close one, everyone. Blast Burn does a lot of neutral damage. Alolan Marowak still has a little bit of health left. Remember, they still have the Pelipper in the yellow. So this is going to be a close one. Charizard is likely going to go down to the Sky Attack right here, which it does. Now Alolan Marowak's got to come in and farm down. We're going to Fire Spin our little hearts out. I think we can do it! No, we can't. 1 HP. Had we farmed down that Knockdown, right? That 1 HP... we could have Shadow Boned the Pelipper and won the game. But either way, that was a strong team by my opponent as well. But good games, very well played. This team was a lot of fun. Ferrothorn, Charizard, and Alolan Marowak. Spicy as well with the extra fire to it. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.